go over the clear with me again? Because you went over it last time.
Yeah. What did I say last time? Just blue Gromp Wolf spread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always generally favor that.
I think I did a full clear. Because I was trying to get 4 for when Zed comes bot 2.
Generally, I think it's fine to full clear, but like, I always go red first just to give myself more options. It means it's less likely I get invaded and like I die or anything like to that. It's a lot safer.
Yeah, I skipped Raptors here because I wanted to make sure I have red just in case they fight bot,
Mm-hmm.
which is my big thing here. Because I know Zed also started topside, I think, and pathing towards bot is always a really good idea anyways.
Yeah, I mean, in the Zed matchup, he's like always gonna full clear.
Yeah.
So you always have advantage if you go level 3.
And I'm much stronger than Zed. 1v1.
This is like Masters game? Or like Diamond 1?
This is like Diamond 1, Diamond 2.
Okay.
Yeah, around there. I don't think they had any Masters. And then I get a double kill. So I'm started pretty well. Ash just had to push it out, but I just let her do that.
Yeah, probably didn't need to get to... You don't really need to push these waves. Yeah. Because, I mean, the respawn when you die is just really quick movement speed boost. Plus, it's actually kind of hard to push these waves, and plus, you don't get that much experience as you think you would.
Yeah, because it's shared.
Yeah, also the experience debuff is like at the lowest point at this point, so like you're only getting like 50% from the minions. That's a huge thing. I don't really try to get these early waves. I only push it in after a gank when I have like 80 carry with me, or if it's like a really bad wave.
Yep.
It's less about the experience, more about getting 80 carry or just getting the wave in so they don't die to like a repeat gank. That's good. Crossing, definitely.
I saw Varus moving, so I just might as well go with him and we can do something.
So you have your Dirk money here?
Yeah, I get Dirk and Longsword. My entire bot clamps are up, but they're still level 1, so I just wanted to pat there and clear it again. Still haven't seen Zed. I think I have to do a better job of tracking the enemy jungler as well.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you did top to bot, what is it gonna end up going again? Top to bot, right?
Yeah.
Full clear junglers always go back to their start. They don't really change by going bot here, so most likely he's not going to be here. You generally don't have the best gank setups, and you're against 2 champs that can play pretty safe. So like ganking here before 6 is impossible, I would say, unless they're like griefing. Because like Ash Bears aren't going to set you up for a gank. You don't have crowd control. So it's just better to farm here.
And just try to farm until 6, right? Really? And then go for
objectives. Yeah, I mean, mid has no sums. I would probably look mid before I cross, and then I cross mid here. If anything, we probably got 6 on next that cannon. So you have to go fast. You should always try to get ahead of him too. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can block his E.
Yeah, you can block his shuffle. Yeah. At this point, I mean, that's probably going bot. Probably on his Gromp. Yeah, I mean, good to ping. And you know, like the gang top. Oh, he's actually here. Interesting.
That guy's just dead. I kind of knew that at that point.
You can always look at his CS too if you want to just like
calculate how he.
You don't have to calculate it, but you just like have an idea of like his clear speed and like how many he's done.
Right.
And like 28 should be like a full clear. And like after his second clears, it starts to go up. You can see if he's actually done his second full clear, or is he on like a, or he still hasn't done it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, because like it's just like it's 4 each, right? Jungle camp.
Yeah. So he did 44, but I didn't think of it.
Generally, if everyone full clears and they get their crab, you get your crab, he gets his. It's gonna be 28. If you got bull crab, it'll be 32. These are like the only like important ones to remember. And then like as he does like a few camps, it'll go to like 32, 36. not tell you like how many of his camps on the other side he's done. Maybe he only did like his Krugs Raptors and he went to gank top there and then he's going back bot. Maybe he cleared Gromp and maybe cleared nothing too. Stuff like that.
Would you have waited for the 50 gold for Yumu's?
Instead of going in dead.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah,
there,
for
I just
sure. 50,
you just
63. That's a bit low. Maybe. Because Yomu's gives you so much movement speed to go faster on the map, I'd probably have waited.
yeah,
It's like
because
that
like
item, it's just gonna speed me up anyways. So like waiting isn't like the biggest deal.
and Yumu's is broken right now. He gives so much lethality,
And I don't
which
think I
is
would
super
buy
good.
two swords like this if I was waiting. Like,
It's kind of grief, right? I
yeah, it's
think
pretty grief. Your most
'cause on
important
the
thing is getting that Yomu spike. I mean, maybe one sword, but
to go in debt.
honestly, my priority is always to get that mythic item. If I was 63 gold, I would definitely wait. Get it, get the move speed, be on the map. I'll be on the map for a long time with that one item.
It's true. Get a free dragon. Probably
Yeah,
just go
dragon's
through
fine to
this.
do. Yeah, just go to like,
Just trying to secure neutral objectives. I think is always really
yeah, once
good.
you get strong, you just want to get the objective control. Make sure you get them. Make sure you're in control of the map. Make sure you're aggressive here. You see isolation, you just Q him.
I smited him there. Probably shouldn't have smited him.
Nah, you should probably like look with Ari or something to fight. I don't think I would go farm here. Once I saw Zed, he was already low. I was like, I would probably invade him jungle and just see if he was on like his Gromp. Or not Gromp, his Krugs or something like that.
Makes sense because I'm much stronger.
Yeah, I just want to get really, I just want trying to get free Qs off on him. He can never kill you like that. So that's like my goal is to get Qs like that. You end up killing him, but like, yeah. Just be in a more aggressive position when you're stronger. Even if you didn't have Yomus there, you're definitely like, wait, I mean, Kha'Zix never loses a fight like this.
Especially against the behind Zed. Yeah.
I think you reset it now. It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like if you, I honestly would have stayed on it. I wasn't gonna jump in that situation. It's just important to do Herald when you have that timer. When you think about it, like Zed dies, theoretically he'll never make it in Herald from base
Like unless there's like
in the
an
time you
X-Gates.
started. Like it's just not possible. But if you reset it, then he can just from base there. But it's fine. You got Yomus now. You can just go.
I see Zed. He was right there.
You didn't really buy your Dirk there. It was a little weird.
Yeah, I probably should have just bought Dirk. I probably didn't think about it in that moment.
Yeah, I go Edge Knight now a lot second. If you want to get cheaper one, you can go like Umbro Glaive into Edge Knight.
Right.
But on an average, I just go Edge Knight.
I think this game I should have went Black Cleaver second to give me a little bit tankiness, to be honest.
Edge Knight will give you the tankiness and survivability, and then like
Right.
Grudge will give you the armor shred against tanker components. I mean, that should be enough to help you live. And then if you want Cleaver, you can get Cleaver like later. But I definitely, you should always itemize the Edge Knight second, just very value.
Right. Makes sense too, because they have a
They have a
Blitzcrank.
Blitz too, it would help a lot, yeah. I mean, on average, you're always going Edge Knight. Whether you go for like another lethality item before Edge, it depends on like how you feel on Kha'Zix.
Right.
And then like Grudge is like your core. You always need it by like third, maybe fourth if it's really not that necessary, but that's
I
just
don't
how
know if
you're
I
gonna build.
yeah, they kill me here.
Yeah, it was just a bit of a hard fight. Imagine maybe if you had the Dirk though.
I think I would have killed Azir faster
Yeah,
if I
you
had
would have
Dirk.
killed.
Like
And
this
that's why
game's
it's
mine.
important. Maximize your damage. You can skip through. Sierra boots, I mean, it's like, oh, what are you building? Crawlers?
I think I built Prowlers this game. Definitely should have went Engine Knight though.
Yeah, this is
I was
engine
just a
knight
bit
game.
brief.
On average, you don't even
Yeah.
really need like the higher you go, the more likely you're gonna be like playing against better players that know how to like take advantage of cat, like lock him down, kill him.
Yeah.
So you have less freedom to like you to like build these extra lethality items. That's why I say Umbro's cheap enough where like you could maybe fit it in. Plus it gives you like vision control. But on
That's
average,
super good.
you just don't do that. Also, I guess you're doing it for Herald. Okay. Um, yeah, and the build path just Edgenite, Grudge, maybe Cleaver. You need to go to Cleaver. Usually I go Grudge, GA, Maw, stuff like that.
Yeah. I
Black
think
Cleaver later.
itemization.
Itemization is
That is-
important. This item is not gonna help you. I can see how you lost. Just bad itemization. You don't really need
Yeah.
this item to collector.
I was thinking about collector
Now you're just taking way too
because
long. You 100% should want Prowlers. Tabbies is useless in this situation.
I have to carry you, right? I can't go defensive.
I mean, it's just think about it. Like, are you like tanking many autos realistically? You're not
Right.
really even absorbing that many auto attacks. Most you were doing, if you want armor, you should bought Chain Vest. That would probably reduce more damage from like abilities that like Zed would be dealing to. Yeah, no, I never really itemized for boots like that.
That was pretty bad. Okay.
Yeah, just you're just like wasting your gold advantage.
Yeah. Which
I
is
mean,
really bad if I'm trying
I
to
wouldn't
carry.
mind brawlers if you knew how to like really carry with like such a glass cannon build, but now like everything tabbies is not that important to have, honestly. Like this game, I don't look at it like, oh, I need tabbies. Like there's a Tom, there's a Zir, there's only really Ezreal and like a bit of Zed, but usually when I go tabbies on like assassins, it's mostly like when I see like 3 AD sources, like enemy jungle is like an auto attack based champion, like let's say Wukong, right? Enemy AD
Yeah.
carry like Jinx, even enemy top might be like a Yone. Like this is like a good tabbies game. And this is like a no real importance on tabbies.
I think I kill him here.
No tabbies did help you there.
If I would change vest, I think it would have been closer though, right?
Yeah, but honestly, just going edge would have been
Much better,
even
yeah.
better.
Skip through.
He just would not have a spell to kill you. Yeah, it
Like
just
I
makes it
think
very tricky to go on Kha'Zix when he has Edge and Knight, and especially in 1v1s.
right. And especially against like an Azir that has Crown too, I can burn his ulti so
Mm-hmm.
free. I think like my biggest issues is like what do I do when my team's really behind and I need to initiate fights, but I can't.
I mean, you just have to itemize better for that then. It's just Edge and Knight will give you better options. In that
To
situation, you
engage,
just have to
right?
pick. You have to pick side laners more too. Your build is good at killing sides, like going in
Right.
side lane, but honestly, their sides are pretty hard to kill.
Like Tom Kench, yeah, and Azir.
You probably go just kill like where Ornn is. Like right now, I'd be probably killing the Zir because Ornn can just R him, right? I can run him down.
Right.
Or I just make like Varus and Ashe ulti, blitz or something and kill him. But
That's what
in
I thought
my
in my head as well.
but I would have just went for the Zir with Ornar. Maybe if I get Grudge, like if I went Edge and I Grudge, I'd probably burst this guy pretty fast. But he's pretty annoying.
Yeah, this guy's really hard to kill.
Yeah, realistically, going on Azir with like Ornar is like your best things.
Best bet, yeah.
Yeah, but
This is-
Ghostplay is really good for that movement speed thing too. Sometimes you just have to get your team to engage with their abilities. Like Varus, Ashe have very good engage abilities, so it's up to them to utilize it.
Let's be more patient, right?
Yeah,
He's way
and maybe
further.
next patch Dustplate might be good too, so it might be easier to team fight.
He's dead.
Yeah, definitely itemization for sure. One big thing, just
It's super important on Kha'Zix too,
yeah.
especially on assassins.
The higher you go, the more important it is to have it. But this game, I think you should R evolved second if you want to have better chance to team fight. W evolution is better in like, I mean,
Right.
It just doesn't give you money chances to really play in the fight. You know, like our evolution really gives you that
Slipperiness.
trickiness to like actually maneuver in with Ghostblade and then just do so many different things. W is just like you're playing consistent. You just have a slow, but like if your team's not making like good advantage of the slow, you're really not gonna have that much. So like you don't actually have that much value. It probably is just a bit of a bait on Kha'Zix, is what I
I think
noticed.
so too.
You don't
Edgenite's
need
like
that much item.
100%.
Edge just being tankier, you just already deal so much more damage. It's just about surviving really. And also there's just so many more core items like Grudge Third is just so essential. Getting like Jake makes it so much easier too. Getting Maw if you needed. So these survivability items are just so important. But yeah, don't get super baited by like W evolution every time. Try R evolution
I
at level
think
11. It's
our,
gonna help.
yeah, definitely would have been better. Trying to think where the game just really went down. I mean, I have all the kills, which is kind of not good.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. It's hard to carry against that comp too. You're just gonna get insta one shot. Anything hits you.
Yeah, I think they get Baron here. I think I figured they would be doing it, but I have like no way of checking if I don't really have wards, anyways. Just blind into Blitzcrank.
Yeah, it just be like that.
Sadly, oh, they didn't do it. Okay, I think where we lost. This fight was so messy. I remember this.
Yeah, just like our just evolution gives you so much more playmaking. You know, like there's just a lot you can do.
Yeah, I think I'd have been able to slaughter that fight a little bit better, but the fight
Because
just
like
ended
what
so
I
fast.
like about it with Ghostblade is like you Ghostblade R right on top of them, and it's just like you get a free combo, which is essential.
I don't think I can steal.
Yeah, if you don't smite.
I get Baron.
I mean, you have
Like
a good KDA,
Zed.
but you didn't really transfer your like advantage. Like you didn't play it through sides as much as you should have been. You also didn't really like take advantage of like sides. I assume at this point they just slowly win every fight.
Yeah, their team comp is just much better and they're much more ahead.
But like at this point, it's like a bit too late because you're the ones who realistically only has all the kills. Stuff like this you should have been doing like way earlier. Stuff like this before they had like Baron. Like that time I said like on the Zero play.
Yeah. Now they can just group and kind of push to end.
And like once you have like those two ulti charges gone, it's like what do you do now?
I'm kind of useless. It's like Rengar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the game was just over. Though. Like I get a pick here, but
You can go back. Let's see where like it went wrong. Go to like the
this
points where like way before. What were like the dragons even?
I forget.
Go back more. Back, yeah, a bit more. This one, let's open it and go back a bit more.
Would you
And
say here?
I guess this pick.
I died here. He flashed. I get him, but Zed ulted me. Given that kill to Zed was pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean this is okay though. Keep going. Go back again and see why this happened. It took a long time on Herald.
We wasted too much time on Herald.
Okay, go forward a bit. Just skip through a bit. So you get the Herald and they just win dive bot. Is that what happened? Maybe it's
Yeah, they
Ari's fault.
swarming bot.
Go forward then after this. You're like
I get
all
the pick
top.
on Zed.
Okay, go
Yeah,
forward.
get
Okay,
another
this is
pick.
bad. Okay, go back. That part. So go back. This is what I was talking about. Go back, back, back. After the pick, when Ornn was bot side and Azir's bot farming.
So
It was
around
before
here.
this actually. When Ornn was like farming bot.
Oh, that would have been ahead here. Or here.
Here, like go before. Back more. So like this play, like you're bot side already. Full
Right. I
screen.
should just.
Like I think, I mean your gank setup. Oh, you went back again.
So
No, when Ornn was like, yeah, here.
right here.
Like this play shouldn't have been here. You should have been bot side with Azir. Like so, if you go back before you even enter this side of the map, like before you even went top side, you were like bot already. Go back a bit.
Right
You
here.
see how like you're slowly moving top, back a bit. Here, like
I should be going ball, right?
yeah, I think when Ornn, you get this wave, Ornn is going bot. Azir shows like there's no way in my mind when I look at that, I'm like yeah, like I want to kill the Tom
Seriously.
Kench. So like in
Right.
my head, like I'm just like yeah, I don't want to kill this Tom. But I think Azir is actually relatively easy to kill. So like I probably would just play bot side here and not like Ornn has aura coming up. I'd go instantly bot here and try to kill Azir with like Ornn.
I think it might process because Rift was coming up. I wanted to play for that.
Yeah, but like this guy's already showing on wave so far up. Like, he's super overextending. Like I would 100% win bot side right now and just kill him.
And then you would have been able to do bot
And I
spike
think
too.
like that from there you would be able to push bot all the way and be on tower pressure, and Ornn would be in like a much better state of the game. So I just think overplaying for Herald and like going bot side with Ornn would have been better.
Especially since second Herald isn't with as
Yeah, I
much.
mean you just have to think like what if you're trying like Tom is just impossible to kill at that point.
Yeah,
You ended up using like everyone on the map just to go for that Tom, which is not that's like not ideal. And then Ornn ended up dying anyways. But if you were to like win the fight bot, you would have got like way more map pressure. I think that slowed you down that play. Plus like bad itemization are like the biggest things,
I think so too.
and that's
Like at
that's
that
like
point,
about it. Like just bad
once,
itemization.
once they have Baron, they kind of just get a free kill.
Yeah, I mean later it's just like you just already like the game's over too.
Yeah,
Your team
like
is
at
not
this
ahead
point,
enough, and with how many kills you've had, it's just like you're not able to carry fights, so it's just like not really possible for you to win.
don't think so either. Yeah,
I
like
mean,
this point, the game's just over.
yeah, I mean, at this point, there's like nothing to say. It's just impossible.
Yeah,
You have to control the map better. You have to go catch side laners that you can actually kill faster. Like you have to
and I'll try.
recognize who on the side you can actually get. Yeah, without edge, like look how rough that is. And just like catch them out with Ghostblade. Be on like pressure sides. You look like you barely like really invaded after like playing sides. Like if I look at the lane like Blitz Ezreal mid, I think that's like really hard to go on, especially as Kha'Zix. And I probably would just play a side lane and go hard on the side and just try to push out the side even before like an objective. It's much better to do that, and then from there I like get my advantage. I get like enemy jungle cams. I get like whatever I want.
I
But
think my big. Sorry, yeah.
yeah, but they just have two safe champions to actually go on.
Right, and I think I have an issue like trying to snowball my lead a little bit more. Like that game was on
Yeah,
me. Gary. I know that for
you
sure.
could have
That's
been
why I'm
more
like,
aggressive with killing side laners that could actually die. Like Azir is obviously much more killable. Getting Tom behind doesn't really do much
right.
comparative. If you can get Azir behind, it's much more important. He's gonna get like way less farm. He's like a control mage carry that can actually carry. And
Yeah,
also like it just opens up the map. Like once I kill that Azir bot, I break that tower. Ornn can like roam mid, and with the Ornn mid, it's like that could easily kill bot lane, and I can just get mid tower with that. It's like stuff like that will like help you play the map much better.
especially as someone like Kha'Zix. But I think
Kha'Zix too, yeah.
the two biggest things that kind of take away from it is just side laning better and itemization. Oh, itemization is first and then side laning better. I
Yeah.
think, right?
Yeah, that was like the main thing. And also just play like more like aggressive when you're really strong.
Yeah,
Obviously
I think I
don't
should play more.
into way, but like be more willing to like invade jungle. Especially if
Yep.
you've been counting CS on the jungle. You should know his tracking from like where he starts and how he's like pathing, and generally have a better idea of like where he is. I personally I always kill the enemy jungle in his jungle just because I have a good idea of what his pathing was, and I just meet him on like the end of his path. That's like a good
Yep.
way to like deny the enemy jungle play, but also just snowball the game.
I also don't want to try and lose the game too much because that game, I remember all my lanes were kind of losing 1-on-1.
Yeah.
So like, if they don't have prio, do I still invade, or do I just pressure the map to the
No, I
point
mean you
where?
can kill the laner who's pushing if you don't have prio. And it's just like if you don't have prio, then they were probably gankable. Usually is what it means. So I could probably kill the person in the gank and then even invade after that. Usually after I kill someone in the gank, I try to like invade or at least like check the jungle to see like what camps are up and what his path was, or like hit the blue like if there's a blue plant that's like really good, I just hit it just to kind of see. Also keep my trinkets a bit longer, but
Right.
yeah, I mean, I just invade too, just for general information to know like where this guy is or what jungle camps are down, like what, just to even like look at the camps is not a bad thing.
Yeah, I think I should have done that as well. Just pressure
Yeah,
their enemy jungle more when he's already so behind compared to me.
especially if you have problems like in like the 2v2 and like the 3v3, it's just better to get isolated fights as Kha'zix.
Yeah, especially against a Zed, which will obviously use his full combo.
Yeah, it would be
Like I can't.
pretty free. Take advantage of your power. Kha'zix pretty easy to get out too, so it's not that risky.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try push for it again. Kha'zix have been getting banned a lot more, but I figured like those are one of the type of games where you would have definitely won because you had such a big lead and you're not like.
Yeah, I think it would have been fine for you to just a little cleanup. I mean, he's tricky. Kha'zix as high as the win rate he has. He can be tricky to
Yeah,
play in fights.
and especially since I'm versing a lot better players, they obviously know how to play against it. So
Yeah, it gets more tricky too.
yeah, Crown and Tom Kench kind of hard to play against,
Yeah,
but
sometimes against
obviously
shield comps too, you could go Serpent Fang second into like Edge of Night, and that's like pretty good too. If you
I did
find
that as
difficulties
well.
against shields.
Yeah, against Loki, it has
But
such good value.
realistically, you should on average just go get the edge ASAP.
Would you say like against like say they don't have a tank but they have like a Wukong or a Vi or like a Lee Sin on the enemy team, would you go Shereldas instead of Black Cleaver or Black Cleaver instead of Shereldas?
Oh, you always go Grudge. I'd probably go Edge Grudge.
Okay, Edge Grudge most
Always.
of the time.
Cleaver is not that effective. I mean, just think about what does Cleaver do? It's like I use my combo before I stack the armor shred anyways. Grudge is about the armor shred. Like what does Cleaver realistically only gives you 400 HP? It doesn't mean like you're gonna like be just like able to survive. You have a higher chance to survive if you just kill them faster than trying to take like a long fight against like a Wukong or a Vi. The Edge Knight is like the tool to help you not get bursted. If you still need tankiness, you can go like Cleaver like 4th or 5th or 6th. And that's like okay, but Cleaver should never be bought early instead of Grudge. Grudge is always better against squishies and also tanky champs.
Right. Okay. Lots to clean up on, but I think I have it mainly down. I
Do
know
you have a good idea
itemization is
now?
it. Yeah, I have such a much better idea. I think I'm gonna. I think I have to like play a little bit more games like Kha'Zix, and
Yeah, I'm
try
gonna
to
upload
get.
a Kha'Zix video tomorrow. You should probably check it out. It might be
Yeah,
helpful.
I've been checking out a lot.
That's good
I'm trying to
then.
play a little bit more as well, based off of the changes that happened, based off the meta.
Yeah,
And
he's not gonna be bad for at least like 2 more patches. Like next patch he's not nerfed. Maybe he'll get nerfed the patch after that, but he might still be good.
he's like 100% pick ban right now in like Diamond Plus, I think.
Yeah, usually his ban songs you don't even get to play him, but
But
very
if I
good.
get the chance, yeah, definitely 1v9. All the everyone else is playing them too.
I bet. Alright. I think that's about it. That should be good
Yeah,
for today.
I think so. I'm gonna try playing a little bit more on my main, and then I'm not too sure what your schedule is because I know it's been like hit or miss recently. But
Yeah, you just hit me up like beforehand and we'll just like schedule time. Should be good.
okay, I think are you like available during the weekdays mainly, other than the weekends, or is like this time around the time you're